everybody. Welcome back to the Heroes webinar. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of December, 2024. My name is Comfort, and I'm calling in from the United Kingdom. And of course, thank you once again for joining both here on Zoom and on the various YouTube channels. Let's do this together. We are rounding up the year and we are still very, very excited. And so the topic for today says, success is not just about money, it is about making a difference in people's lives. So let's see where this takes us to, as I'll ask my brother Colin to launch the session for us. So Collins doesn't seem to be on camera. All right, I was not ready for that because I was very sure that he was going to start. So guys, bear with me. Let's get another brother or sister in the house. So my sister Sherry, why not launch this discussion for us? Success is not just all about money, but about the things you do in people's lives.
Oh, that is such a perfect subject, and I love that. I think that should be a subject every day, and every moment, and every second. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate everybody here. You're my brothers and sisters, and love is what it's about. And the topic. I'm sorry. The topic to me was just phenomenal. Because money really doesn't mean a lot. I believe that sharing something, whether you have money or you don't have money, sharing from your heart, even if it's just a smile. Some people really just need that smile. Maybe they're having a hard day. Maybe their life's been hard. I don't know, but I believe just sharing, even just your time, because I know sometimes people work like several jobs and just don't have time. But that's why I love about this company on Passive is you free up your time, and because it lets the AI do the work for you. But what's so cool about it too is how we all connected. And to me, the CEO of this company, my brother, Mr. Ashford Farr's lovely wife and family, created this because he had that in mind. He knew that money wasn't everything, to share with others. And he wants to leave this world in a much better place than it is now. He wants to be able to share. This company is all about love, equalness. You see on the panel, there's everybody here of every nationality. And it's about helping correct the corruption and helping humanity. Look, I always wanted to do that all my life. I've done without a lot of things. But I always knew there was other countries out there who needed more help than I am here. By the way, I'm Sherry Jerson. I'm here in the USA. Needed more help than on a level that I could have never imagined, like I kind of knew. But since I've been in this company, I realized where different countries need more. And that sharing effect has, like I said, even just a smile, even just listening, that's important. You know, sometimes people, they're going through stuff and they just need an ear. I'm not saying you can help them, but sometimes just being an ear in somebody's life is sharing. So you can have all the money in the world, but if you're there by yourself, I don't think you would feel happy. I really don't think you'd feel happy. Sure, you have all this money to do this and that, but who are you going to share it with, right? Who are you going to share it with? Don't you feel better when you share? I know I do, and I believe probably 97, 98% of the people out there always wanted to share it, but never had either the time or the finances. And what's so cool about Passive is you get both of that here. But the main thing I love is the sharing part with this. And I have family and friends now all over the world, and I'm able to share my talents, whatever they are, and whatever your talents are. Use your talent and share it, because other people can feel, maybe there's somebody out there that maybe you have a talent that's about poem writing, and people can take that poem and maybe you meant for it to mean one thing, but to them it means a completely different thing. So to me, that's a blessing. So we all are here for a reason. And I always believe the higher power, Jesus, whatever you believe in, brought us here together to share. So you ever notice like little kids when they're like 2 or 3, they'll share things. Well, I've noticed, and sometimes you'll have kids that take, but then they're like, oh, well, here, you have this part, now have this part. So it all starts when we're little. I always believe we were brought up to be in a sharing mood. I know that it makes us feel warm inside. Can you imagine how warm the CEO of the company, our brother, Mr. Ashburn, lovely wife and family, how warm they feel just by sharing on passive what he's done so far to all of us here on earth? So I'm going to end it with this. Even just sharing a smile, because you all are important in this world and you matter. Your thoughts, your passion, your dreams, your life matters here on earth. And when you share even just a smile or opening the door for somebody, I get blown away. Like I use a cane, so it blows my mind that another older person will leave the door open for me. I'm like, what? So it's just the littlest things of sharing. Smile, helping somebody across the street, the littlest things. It means more than money because it warms your heart and you feel good about it. So I want you to know you're important and you matter here in this world. So find your passion. Find your dreams, bring them back. Look, it's almost 2025. You can scratch what you've done in 2024 and bring them back out into the open. And you can even start today if you wish. You can start this minute by sharing. So that's all I have. I love you guys all to pieces, and I want to share my love with all of you and all of you who are watching, or all you who are going to be watching. Don't forget you matter. And Ash Mafar, our brother, and his lovely wife and family, amazing dream team, they're doing this on not just my behalf and not just the people on the screen's behalf, but the world's behalf, to make it more loving, more peaceful, and more equal. I say that's a plus in the sharing department that I can't even surpass. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Wow,
Again.
powerful, powerful opening. Thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate you. And of course, I agree with you too, because I think I've said this too sometimes. So many people have various things to share to complete other people's lives, but they've been lacking in one way or the other, either time, finances, or the means to share whatever they have in kind and stuff. And the time to successfully make it is now. And so it has actually nothing to do with money, but that good heart. Thank you so much. So let's hear from another beautiful sister in the house, Sister Mayen. Let's hear your take on this. Collins, you might want to help her to unmute. Menu, let me also try. I'll just ask you to unmute, please.
No.
Yes. Is it me or she's breaking up? All right, she's gone. She's gone, and I would like to pass it over to my brother, Peter Rogers. Very, very happy to see you here, looking good and smiling. Why not talk to us? Say something about this topic. Welcome.
Thank you, Comfort. Thank you again for all the compliments of me being back and all that. It's great. I feel great, and I'm glad to be back. I want to, obviously we don't want to be talking about money, but I want to say this, I've just been writing a few notes down here because money is part of life. We all need money to go on in life, and but it's not a religion. A lot of people worship money. It's they want to. I'll put my hands up to it. When I first got involved in this business, I wanted to make as much money as possible, and that I think everybody do. You got involved in this business because of the money aspect of it. I'm lucky in a respect that I am in business. I've got my own business. It's successful. I do make good money anyway. And I money to me is a tool. And I use it as a tool. I obviously I want money, and the more the better. The better you can help people. But the starting of life, when you start work and you get married and all that, it's a must to have, obviously, money. And as I said, it's not a religion. but it's the way you use it. Like I said, as a tool. You know, I look after people that work with me, you know, in my business. I look after them, you know, and I make sure they're okay. And I give them bonuses and things like that. And it's the gift to give them that, to make their life better. You know, that's what I try and do. You know, I as I said, you know, you like with it's part of the journey of life. You do need to have money, but it's not the necessity to focus, you know, completely your whole life on money. Yeah, earn it, but you need to share it. And you know, and I think with what we've got here with On Passive in the future, you know, we're going to be able to do the things that we can't do because we haven't got the money. But when the money's there, we can help people to better their lives and move forward. And you know, I'm looking forward to that part of it. You know, that excitement of, you know, making my family's life better, friends' lives better, and you know, and moving forward. It's like I mean, you know, you see people on the side, you know, you know, living on the street and all that, and you know, many times I've walked past people walking on the street, and not long back there was a young girl actually. She got a sleeping blanket. Well, it wasn't a sleeping blanket; it was a quilt actually, no cover, just a plain quilt, and she was sleeping in a doorway, you know, in a shop doorway. Shop was closed down. It was in Worcester, where I live, you know, in Worcestershire, and she was there, and she was shaking with the cold. But around the corner there was a coffee machine, and I I didn't personally go and buy a coffee. I was going to go and buy a coffee, but there was other people already doing it. There's people there, and good people who went out, saw this person, and knew there was a coffee and burger van, bought her a coffee and a sandwich, and I happened to be just sort of standing around and watching it, and what a it made me feel good that other people do that. I mean, I do it myself sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't do it that time, and I'll be honest, but I have done it myself where I've given people coffee, thrown money in a bucket to try and help them. But it's going to be nice to have that ability to help them even more, and not just on those little things. I mean, we got big ideas that we want to do in the UK to help homeless people, and we need obviously the funding to do that. And like Ash has said before now, you can help, but there's people already out there doing that sort of job. They're already helping people. Okay, they've probably been doing it for years. We're coming along. It'll be nice to give that funds to those people to help those other people, and so it's obviously not about money, but we can't move on in life without having the funds. And to have those funds, once you've got those funds, you're going to make people's lives better. And that's what I'm looking forward to, is having that peace of mind for myself and my family, but not having to worry about how I'm going to pay my bills. I don't anyway, but it's going to be nice to say, right, I can throw money there and I can throw money here. And it's going to be a nice, and I think a lot of people, a lot of the foundership feel like that. I think, I've spoken to a lot of people, even on this panel now. I know me and Andy have spoken about different things that we've got planned for the homeless and Redfern. We have got ideas that we want to put forward, and I think we're going to be on the road very soon to be helping other people and making their lives a lot better. And that's part of what we want to be part of with On Passive. And so I think we're in the right place. We're going in the right direction. And anyway, I think that's all I can say. Pass it back to Comfort. Rubbing it on a bit, but that's how I feel about it.
Sure. Thanks so much, Pete. I think we all are on the same page, because like you rightly say, money is not it all. However, it facilitates any other thing at all. Even if, like, let's go back even to the homeless. You don't want to give them money because we're not sure what they will take the money in their hands to do with. You need to get a cup of coffee. You need another quilt or sleeping bag. You need shelter. So it's all about money. But then I think we are emphasizing on the attitude behind it, because you read and Andy, you have these plans. That's what makes the success, and not even the money. But you have it and you just think that you want that much money to put it over you and make coat suits of it and put on and walk on the street. You are not successful until you get that plan executed. I think that was a powerful one. Thank you so much. So I just want to celebrate another brother, Uncle Bob. I'm very happy to see you smiling and nodding and looking at me. I missed you yesterday, though.
Yes, Mr. Comfort. Hello. This is your brother Bob from Bel Air, Maryland. It's good to be here. Happy holidays to everyone. For those of us who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas, and I wish everyone a prosperous 2025 coming up. It's a beautiful topic. I agree. Success is not just about money. I also agree with Pete. You say money is just a part of life. Yes, it is a part of life. You know, success actually to me is more profound than just accumulating wealth. You know, it is about creating a positive impact. I think it's about uplifting others, you know, leaving the world a better place, like Sherry said. You know, you can have all the money in the world, you can be the richest man in the world as we see, but you don't have that satisfaction. You know, making a difference in people's lives can give you personal fulfillment and satisfaction. So you see the richest man on earth, we see him, he doesn't have it, in my opinion. You know, when you make a difference in people's lives, you impact lives for generations, so that when you are long gone, the impact is still felt. That is success. When the world never forgets your name, when you are long gone, that is success. Through acts of kindness, random acts of kindness to people that you don't know, what we call pull and ash. You know, you do something to someone that you've never met before and you probably will never meet again. And that impact lives for the rest of that person's life. And they never forget you. That is success. You support a cause, a humanitarian cause that impacts lives directly all around the world, all over the world, to people and places you've never been to or might never been to. That is success. You know, you see it, you feel it, you leave it behind. It stays. It stays. It never dies. That is success. It's much, much more than money. Yes, money is the tool that you use. But what do you do? That's the question. You know, as we celebrate the holiday season and we come towards the end of the year, for me, actually, it's more of a time of reflection and good wishes and good tidings to everyone. I like to reflect on how this year has been from our company perspective. First of all, I want to thank every single one of us who are here for sticking in there, supporting our founder, Mr. Ash. Just by virtue of you taking your time to come here, it tells us, or it tells him that he has his support, he has his love for his people, us, his people, the people that are driving him to do what he wants to do. You know, so thank you for taking your time every day. Thank you for staying plugged in. Thank you for staying plugged in to understand and know what's going on day in, day out. Our founder hears you, he sees all of us, he hears us. You might not see him, he might not be coming to the public, but I guarantee you, our founder does not sleep. He's working round the clock behind the scenes to make our dream. As Colin said yesterday, Ash Mufaras forgot, but Ash Mufaras is creating a dream for us to fulfill our dreams. right? You know, this man is working around the clock for us. So as we go towards the end of the year, let us remember that this year has been very tough for us. We had all the issues that we had, but he has said that he's going to do it or die. He will not give up. So he keeps marching ahead. He keeps marching ahead. He's focused, he's steady, he's prepared, he's advancing the ball. But I want to end with something that he said this year to give us some comfort too. He said something this year that was profound that I remember, and I think I've repeated it before. When he gave us some 4 reasons, those 4 reasons, about maybe 6 months ago, so 6 months ago, you know, when he told us that he sees the other side. So it's like he's at the mountaintop, he can see what we don't see. We see the other side. We know what is coming. It is clear what is coming is something that has never been done before, has never been seen before. The world is about to get a jolt. Our system is superior. He acknowledged that we have made some mistakes. Yes, we did make some mistakes, and he has corrected them. You know, a man who comes before you, sits before you, and acknowledges a CEO. Let us remember that this man, in the shortest amount of time, is about to be one of the world's greatest men. He comes to us and acknowledges his mistakes. That's one of the features of a great leader. We are not afraid to acknowledge our mistakes. But guess what? You correct the mistakes, you make the changes. As he did, he grabbed the company back, put it in the direction that he wants. And then he told us that we have the team. He has the team that is aligned with his vision. The thing that he had always wanted to do. You can have the world's greatest vision and mission. You want to create magic. But if you don't have the team that aligns with your thought, that vision that you have in your head, it will stay there forever. It will never manifest. So he told us that he has the team that is now aligned with his vision, exactly what he wants. I think he said that they are over-delivering. And you know what that means? If somebody over-delivers to our founder, they are extraordinary. And then the last thing he talked about was our vision is out there. Nobody has tried to replicate. Yes, we can see, even in this platform that we can see some of the features that they are trying to implement. Yes, fine. But the vision and the mission is out there. They know. No one has tried to replicate it. Then he said, I have known you and your personal stories. And I will not let us go with that as we go through as the year ends. I've known you and your personal stories, and I will never let you down. So with that, I just say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let us stay hopeful. For me, any moment from now, we can hear from our CEO, anything can happen. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Uncle Bob. Really appreciate that. And of course, we are waiting. It's not done yet until he says so. So it's business as usual. And when it's time, we shall know and everybody will know that we are ready. Thank you. So Sister Mayan, can you speak now, please? I just asked you to unmute.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I really hope so. Yeah, sorry, sisters and brothers. The thing is, my internet here is very unstable, so I've been in and out. So, yeah, exactly. You know, just like everyone has said, success itself, I consider it to be very personal. You know, it's a very personal thing because it doesn't matter if you have all the money, and if you don't have that passion towards another, then you're not successful. You know, so I would say that being successful, you know, has to be something that every human being needs to achieve. It's something, it's more or less like a goal. I will look at it as a goal, whereby if you're blessed, like what we have here in Unpassive, if you are blessed in the long run, with all the no more apples these days anyways, with all the goodies coming in, and then you use it the way the thoughts and the vision of Ash Mufara, the way he has thought about it, the way he wants it envisioned, the way he wants humanity to be reached, then you can say to yourself, yes, I'm a successful person. And anyone else looking out there for you would say, of course, this is a strong and successful person. That's the way I would attribute it, because it's a very strong, very, very strong, feeling. It's something that makes you completely stand out. I know we've had so many rich people in the world, and when I talk about rich, I mean extremely rich, yet they're very conceited. They're not concerned about anybody else. They see all the poor people all over the place, and not bother. But how would anybody consider them successful? I wouldn't. you know so like we're saying here, Peter Rogers has mentioned the way he takes the whole thing here, even his plans as it is with Red and all the things they intend doing for the community. These are things to emulate. These are things to look out for. We all have our own different strategies, our own different plans and all different thoughts, towards what is right before us. So I would just chip it in there, Sister Comfort, and say that success, success is a very personal thing. Success, you need to be very successful. You need to be well connected. You need to be there for everyone to excel as a successful person. Yeah, so that's the little bit I'm going to chip in. And Merry Christmas to everyone. I love you all. I love you so much. I keep seeing everyone on Facebook, and I click and I say thank you. I love you all. I can't wait for the day we all meet. That'll be amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, Sister Comfort.
Thanks so much. Thank you, sis. Thanks. Yeah, sure. So where do we take the mic to when Mr. Burke still sits here? Welcome, bro. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to everybody. Yes. Um, we've all made some really good points, and Pete is quite right. Me personally, I joined this for the money. Sick and tired of making money for others, and quite frankly, having excellent years and very poor years. And one thing that has made a huge difference to me is being at rock bottom and being at the top of your game. And when you do reach rock bottom, you become humbled to it. You start to notice things that you never noticed before. As we said, Peter said, there are lots of people sitting or sleeping outdoors at the moment, and unfortunately, the powers that be are more interested in other things rather than these people. And many of these guys and girls are ex-military. They make us safe because of what they've done. So now all of a sudden they're out on the street. Do I agree with it? No, absolutely not. But I think, as I said, the thing for me is having seen a very nice lifestyle and also being at rock bottom, it does change your perspective. And yes, hands in the air, I joined on passive because I was interested in the money. I wanted to make sure that my life actually became easier. No one likes working, and least of all me. I'm a lazy sod. But when you have a plan, when you have something in your head that you would love to fulfill, and you're stumped either way, there are things going on, it's more difficult to focus on achieving what you want to achieve, and all credit to Mr. Ash for sticking with it, because 99% of people would have given up. And I think that alone has changed my mindset. And it's no longer about the money. It's not, look, we know we're all sorted, and that I love. I don't have to worry about money, or I'm not going to have to worry about money again. I'm going to be able to live a comfortable life thanks to what Mr. Mufara is doing and has done to date. And that means for me that we now have 1.4 million givers that we didn't have before. You've got lots of these guys running and owning big companies. What do they do? I'm not going to go into each and every one of them because it's just going to put me on that soapbox and I'm going to go off on one. But bottom line is, I think Mr. Ash worked out that it takes 42 billion to be able to erase hunger and homelessness in the world. Just think, if we've got 1.4 million of us and we were in a position to be able to put money into something that did exactly that eradicated that problem, how different would the entire globe think about the way and structure of what Mr. Ash is doing and done? This would mean that the entire system that we have currently in place would have to change, and change for the better. That to me is extremely exciting. And I can't wait, because at the end of the day, like Pete said, we've all got plans that we want to do. Some might be orphanages, some are homeless. If you can teach people to fish, they can fend for themselves. I want to bring forward things that are hidden from us, all these new technologies that are out there that we, seem not to be able to get hold of. And some of these will change humanity. And I'm sure Mr. Ash wants to do exactly the same. He's mentioned several things in the past. Again, I won't mention them now, but that will help humanity. And if we were in a position to be able to then utilize these technologies and move these out into the world, giving villages power in Africa, giving health opportunities to those that need it, this changes the world as well. So like I said, I'm extremely excited. I also sat down, as you know, guys, I'm a numbers guy, so I sat down and worked out exactly what I need to survive on and need to be comfortable with. I have to admit the figure is quite high because I like my creature comforts. but no, realistically, it's not an awful lot. If the average pension in the UK is less than £1,000 a month, and if you're earning double that, then you're twice as well off as most pensioners are in the UK. Anything over and above that, as long as you can enjoy your things, you can make use of. And as I said, for me, that's where it starts to get exciting. So thank you, Comfort. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Andy. And yes, I'm taking the mic now over to Mino. Welcome, sis.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Comfort. So yes, being financially set is a kind of success, obviously, but it's not a success that is the ultimate goal. However, from a good financial state of being, it puts you in a position to lay a helping hand to needy from a powerful position. So it is important to have money, that's for sure. It resolves a lot of problems. But also, when you have a humanitarian heart and a purpose in life, that involves looking beyond yourself and focusing on how you can help others. There is, as Bob Takusi said, there is a fulfillment sensation in that. That is unmatching, the being able to help others. Also, compassion allows us to understand and respond to suffering of other people and developing a sense of empathy. So that's good for our growth, development, and maturity. Also, the legacy that Bob Takusi talked about, the legacy that you can leave behind that lives beyond yourself. To give someone hope also is a success. Hope is the light that guides us through dark times and helps others see possibilities for a better future. So success could be in many things in life. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Thanks so much, Minu. Success could be in many things in life and not just money, even though money is a backbone. So I want to, on this note, welcome my brother Keith Marrett in the house. Brother Keith, welcome. I hope you've been listening and you know the topic. Success is not about money, but it's also about making a difference in people's lives.
Yes, thank you, Comfort. Let me say welcome, everyone. Welcome to my family, my unpassive family. Excited to be here, and Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate that. And I wish you a great New Year's as it comes around. So yes, the topic says success isn't about money. It's about making a difference in people's lives. And since I've been a part of this unpassive movement, or because a train, if you want to say that, I hear a lot about want to help others and help people and help to make the lives of others better. And it's a wonderful thing. But I think we're in a world where we're probably going to never see a complete oasis where everybody's okay. But I think we can do a lot more good and make it better for many people than we have it now. You know, as you were speaking a little earlier, Mr. Peter Rogers, you know, I had a little vision here, a little imagination came to my mind. And I was imagining a big camp, maybe a volatile place where people are in this campsite and they're maybe impoverished or it's very volatile and they're sick and some need medical attention, some need food. And you were given the chance to speak to a president of a country, all right, like the USA. And they're asking you, what do you need to help these people? You're given the opportunity to actually pick out things to help these people. 10,000 people in this camp. You wouldn't call it a couple of trucks, will you? A few vans here. You have planes, ships, trains. You have drones. You have, imagine they're given an opportunity. So you think about success starts in the mind. It's a mind shift, it's a mental thing. And I remember when I was asked years ago, I was at a men's meeting in my church, and I was asked, what do you want to be? And everyone went around and said, I want to be this, I want to be that, I like to have this, I like to have that. I said, I am that. I had the money in the bank, but I was a millionaire. I said, I am a millionaire. It wasn't the money idea, it was the mind idea. Because I was calling those things as though they were. I was waiting for it to happen. If you can see it with your mind's eye, you can see it in your driveway. And so why am I excited? Where do you find, I'll give a joke before I move on. I remember when I was in my 30s and I had this bit, I joined this business. I was so excited. No, I was ignorance and fire. And I joined this company. I went to Staples and I got me a new book and I got me a suitcase and got me some pens and some markers. I mean, I was ready to go. As broke as a country mouse. That business, I didn't make a dime. That's okay. It was a learning experience for me. But I realized that here am I, 2-3 years into Unpassive, and I have a YouTube channel that's monetized when that wasn't my goal. Just talking about Unpassive. Just talking about Unpassive. And we haven't even gotten started yet. Just share with people about Unpassive. And I'm like, I'm monetized? Really? So can you imagine when things get reignited, when this surge happens again? Good God, man. I mean, I'm about to lose my mind here. So, you know, this is the kind of thing that we know that success is going to happen. And it has happened already because, as I heard someone said, as I build this dream so big, so massive, it just kind of engulfed all of us. We can now see ourselves in this dream. And the success really, I believe, starts here. When I hear you speak, when I hear Colin speak and Peter Rogers speak and Manu speaks, we don't have the product in the hand right now. We don't have the back office to go in yet. We don't have the keys to that yet. We haven't seen the new O'Mail or the new O'Staff or the new O'Net. Here we are. We speak in life. We speak in faith. We speak in hope. I believe that's so strong. So when I think about success, it starts with the mind. It starts with what we speak, what we say, how we live our life daily, and how we prepare ourselves so we can really bless people, not just say, but do things, practical things. Accountants, start looking about business, maybe LLC, maybe C corporation. Look at maybe nonprofit. Look at those things as we can prepare for this thing to roll in. But I end it right here by saying, I'm excited. I feel like we're about to do something very explosive in this world. We're about to shift something. There's a paradigm shift about to take place. And we are so blessed to be a part of this thing right here. We ain't seen nothing yet. And I say it for the last. What we experienced for the last year was only a setback for a setup for something greater. Comfort, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much, Brother Keith, for your powerful contribution as usual. So let's hear from our brother Collins. Welcome, bro.
Thank you, sis. Just greetings to everyone. Merry Christmas. Glad that we are here today again. Yes, Comfort. Sorry you called me. I was like running up and down trying to adjust myself. But great, great speakers today, honestly, and it's a great topic. And I like the way Sherry put it and all the other speakers who have already spoken. When I look at this topic, it depicts Ash Mufara, because it says success is not only about money, but the impact that you create in people's life. I made a statement yesterday. I said he is building his dream so that we can fulfill our own dream. He is building his own dream so that we can fulfill his dream. And his dream is about doing what? Uplifting humanity. It means he has already risen above money. If it was because of money, Ash Mufara will not build this company. He doesn't need it. But he is fulfilling a dream so that we can fulfill our own dream. The struggling people, without his dream, most of us will not fulfill our dream because there is nothing out there. We cannot even match it. But when you look at true success, we talking about, okay, financial stability is great. That's why we are here. Peter Rogers said it. I want to have financial stability. But if you are still an unperseverant and you've not grown above financial stability, it means you are wasting your time, because Mr. Ashmufara told us, upgrade your dreams. If you are dreaming, if you're not dreaming big, it means you are not dreaming enough. What will you do with the excess? We are talking about the excess now, because we have already grown above financial stability. We are thinking about what we will do with the excess. That is where this topic falls. Money means nothing. True success is not about money. True success is about the impact you create in people's life. Because you have already grown above that idea of money, because you are already in a better place. Just being in this company, you are already above that status of money, because you will have it anyway. If you don't give it out, you'll give it to taxman. The taxman is ready to take it. So either way, you will still bless somebody. But now, if you look at the richest life is one where your contribution inspire, uplift and create lasting legacy. That is the richest life you can get, because it means you have already grown above financial part. And I like what my brother Bob said. He talks about, empathy and connection, talk about service, talk about legacy, talk about fulfillment. How do you fulfill? What joy do you, true joy is when you help people. You do something that will create a lasting impact, the footprint that you want to leave, where people will know you. I said, I want to leave this world in a better place than I came into it. That is legacy. He wants to leave a lasting legacy, a lasting footprint where people will remember him for his good deed. We're talking about empathy and connection with the bonds that we create, meaningful bonds that we create, and relationship we are creating now, those who are really plugging in. If we look at the relationship we have created, it's more than money. It's more than money. Without Unpassive, maybe I don't think I would have even known Mayen, Engineer Mike, Peter Rogers, and the bed, a lot of people I wouldn't have known, most of you, Sherry, this is the last thing. Money cannot buy this. We're talking about that connection, that empathy and connection, meaningful bonding. That's what this company have created. Though we have not started, receiving stuff, but just imagine with this bond we have now, when the cash will start to flow, look at what we can do for humanity. Talking about services, how we help each other to strive and grow. Money is not here there, but we are helping each other to understand this business. And Jamak always talk about know your business. We are trying to help each other to understand the business, so that when things start to rock and roll, we are all of us will be in a better place. So we can start to just imagine they call you and tell you, okay, tell me about what you know about this business, because people will know this business. And they find out that you are one of the founding members, there's nothing that you can explain about the business. They will not even believe you. People believe you for what you can tell them, how you can create an impact. They see you and they believe. It depends on what you will tell them. If it doesn't make sense, they will never believe you. So this is something that we have established, and true success often lies in positive impact you will create. We have risen above money. If you are an unpassive, you've not risen above that mentality of money, that mindset, it means you are not in this company. You are not a true founder, because Mr. I said, dream bigger. If it is not true, he will never tell us to dream bigger. If he knows what he is saying is like, he said, I will never waste my time to come here and talk to you if I know what I'm saying is not true. I will never waste my time. So let us believe, and let us start to rise above the mindset of money, because that part is already taken care of. If there is a company that can take that particular thing, the middle problem that we have, which is financial constraint, the rest will be sorted out, because this company is taking that burden so that you can have that life, build your dreams around the issue that you have, which is money. And I just want to give back to Comfort. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And great delivery as usual. So let's hear from our big brother, Bruce Gerstein. Brother Bruce, welcome. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Muno. Oh, it's not Muno, it's not Comfort. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
Because this is, and thank you for having me here. Always, it's fantastic things being said. One thing that's important for me to remember during this time, this is a biblical time where we're remembering the birth of the Christ. He was born a long time after Abraham. And Abraham had 2 sons. His first son was born by a handmaiden, and Abraham loved him and doted over him. And Sarah was very abusive of the handmaiden because she was jealous. But one day an angel came and said, "You will have a son." So she laughed because she was about 100 years old. But then Abraham was told by his God, "You have to send," I forget her name, and Ishmael away. And he didn't want to do that. And he said, "Why should I do that, God?" He goes, Abraham said to God, "I guarantee you that when you send them away, both your houses will prosper, grow and prosper forever." So the word about success is about prosperity for me, because prosperity has success in it. I prosper when I give to someone else. I prosper when I give you my time. I prosper when I give you my love. I prosper when I do anything for someone other than myself with no intention other than helping. So I want to be remembered when I'm gone for somebody who helped people and touched their lives and gave them hope and gave them promises, not promises, but the ways to have solutions in their life. So one thing that Ash always emphasized when he speaks to us, he always would say, "You notice I never talk about money with you. I only talk about how you can change the world." So this is about how we change the world. And if I look at the world today, I watch more and more people wanting to help others. It's not everybody, but many more people, even Musk, from $1 billion. He wants to help the world change. Maybe have his own intention, but he still has desire to help people. I remember I worked in the film business that I worked with the partner of Jerry Bruckheimer. His name was Don Simpson. Did a lot of great movies together. And Don was a multimillionaire. He was about 60, always wanted to wear tight jeans and was never happy. No matter how much money he had, money does not change you. What you give changes you. How you help people changes you. There's an old expression that says, "We keep what we have when we give it away." So you can't hold on to what you think you have, what we think we have is still God's. I can never forget that any prosperity I have in my life, any goodness I have in my life, any brilliance I have in my mind, any creativity I have inside still comes from that power within. It doesn't come from without, it comes from within. And when I'm humble enough to remember that, I prosper. When I think I'm great, suddenly I become alienated. Because if I think I'm great, then I have to compare myself to somebody. And if I'm comparing, I will always fall short. Look at my mama. Mama do. I could compare myself to the clothes that Mama do wears, the great clothes. I don't have great clothes. But it doesn't mean I'm not as great as Mama do. It just means I wear different clothes. We're all different one way or the other. But what's important to remember is to spread joy, to spread laughter, to spread love, to spread compassion wherever we are. And in that way, we multiply. What are we doing? What are we doing that God said? If you go away, if you separate, I guarantee you, you will multiply and prosper. Both your houses will prosper. All our houses will prosper. That's what Ashmafara said to us. I guarantee you, if you are in this to win it, you will prosper. He doesn't say you'll become a multimillionaire. He just says you will be successful in your life like you never have been before. So I don't really care how long it takes. I just know I'm happy, like Colin said, to be a part of this wonderful family. I get to see Comfort, I get to see Mama Sue Collins, and everyone else here on a regular basis when I have time. But The most important thing to remember is that prosperity gives you success. It's not the, and it will give you money because money is still God created. So I don't know why God created money, but He did. It doesn't matter. But the biggest thing of all is prosper, multiply, and you will succeed. Spread the good news. No matter what, our message is hope. Always hope, 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 hope. And if you don't get it, then you can be a dope, dope, dope. Anyway, I love you, Comfort, and I appreciate being here, and I appreciate letting me share.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You said so much, and I'm taking two things home. What you give changes you, and helping people changes you. That sounded so important to me. So thank you so much. Yeah, so let's bring in our brother Mike, Engineer Mike. Welcome, bro, and Merry Christmas.
Mama Komi, good. Well, good to see you. You look so gorgeous again today. Good to see that you're so strong. Thank you. The topic is a very good one. Very, very good topic. Thank you for all the speakers who have already gone. I mean, Sherry Dosaway, that was a good opening you gave us there. All the Aura brothers, Uncle Bob, brother colleagues, Peter Rogers, and every other, Andy Beggs. Thank you, people, very much for adding it there. Our sister Maria, thank you very much. So, the concept of success has often been narrowly defined only by financial achievements and material wealth. That is what basically has been going on in the world. But however, there is also a growing body of thought suggesting that true success transcends monetary value and is more closely aligned with the positive impact one has on others and society at large. That's what our brother Kid explained it in another way, but this is the truth, right? Now, excuse me, the perspective emphasized making a difference in people's life is a more meaningful measure of achievement. That alone. Now, if you look at it this way, there are two ways that I want to look at this success thing. The first one, I want to talk about the shift in perspective on success. So, but historically, success has been quoted with wealth, accumulation, status, and power. Yet, many influential figures argue that this view is limited and can lead to dissatisfaction. Uncle Bob just gave us an example. You can amass all the wealth in the world, but you are not still happy. You know why? Because you created a business or something for yourself and you are selfishly imposing some kind of things to people, but you are not happy because you have not impacted your own community. If you look at society as we live today, you will see that most of these people, Mama Komi, you told us something about gated communities last time, and you say our CEO has breaking the barrier of those gated communities, that so everybody in all aspects, whether you are a truck pusher, whether you are a farmer, whether you buy cocoa, whether you are a driver, you can come and participate in this same business that we are in with other people who are educated. So it is not for the rich, it is not for the educated, it is for everybody, multicultural, right? So this is what we're talking about, that shift in the perspective on success, and that you do something that is fulfilling, You do something that will involve everybody in the world, no matter their age, no matter their race, no matter their educational background, no matter their financial background. This is big and it is huge, right? Now, the second way that I wanted to look at it is the role of the impact in defining success itself. We can break this one to three different ways, right? How creating value for others. We can talk about transformational leadership. We can talk about legacy over wealth. So when we talk about the creation of value for others, how is that? Now, successful individuals often focus on creating products or services that enhance the quality of life of others. For example, our CEO created our platform, which is our ecosystem, that we can use it to impact the life of others because he created this with his heart, right? And he is hoping that we, as people who are following him, his followers, and with the concept that he is bringing to change the world, to change how they call that mentality that the world had, that only the rich people can have this, can have this. So he is bringing us all from our various backgrounds to participate in this. That is what is called creating value for others. Now, the next one I want to talk about is transformational leadership. Leaders who prioritize their team growth, well-being, excuse me, tend to foster environments where everyone can thrive. Now, what we were seeing, the culture of unpassive is to celebrate excellence. We could see when our CEO has something is called the social corporate responsibility, all right? People who have done project management. So the social corporate responsibility of his organization, he used to reward workers from every level. We have even seen sometime he was doing this for the security department. You would think that security officers are the least people in a company, but they are the biggest people if we look at it very well, because they secure that building when you people are not. So they secure it physically and all of that, right? We have a lot of cameras and all of that. So this is transformational leadership to make people be included. Uncle Bob just told us, we were in one of the old tech pros one day and he just popped in and he told Uncle Bob, hey, do you think that I go logging into the meeting, I sit with these guys, and I think that I am that way, right? So he's not sharp enough for them, right? Let's put it that way. Let's not look the bad ones. So now the last one, Mama Komi, that I want to talk about is the legacy over wealth. Now, many entrepreneurs express a desire to leave a lasting legacy rather than moral accumulation of wealth. So these people, excuse me, who have their aim, right, is to inspire future generations by demonstrating that success can be measured by the positive changes, they can instigate within their communities. And that is the way our CEO rightly said. Andy Berg told us, hey, he came here for money. All of us who are here, the first thing when we heard about unpassive was coming here for the monetary value, right? But what it is, again, we have gained society. We have been listening to our CEO. We have changed our mentality. Our mentality now is, what will we do with our surplus? Which our brother colleague just asked us that question. Is that surplus? What will we do with it? We will use it to change our communities. I have my slogan that I go by, say, let's rebuild our communities together. This is the time. Once we start having those apples, those projects will be streamlined, and that is when we will say that we will leave a legacy for generations to come. And that is what our 21st century CEO and leader of our group is doing for us. Mama Komi, before I end, let me say happy holidays to us and Merry Christmas to all of us that celebrate Christmas. Thank you very much, Mama Komi.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much, Engineer Mike. Appreciate that. So we hand over the mic to our brother Momodu Jallo. And if I know that Mark Olson was here, he normally likes to talk. If he comes back, he will be the last speaker for today's session. So let's hear from Momodu. Welcome, brother.
Yes, sister. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my beloved family. First of all, I just want to thank you for allowing me to say something and to also use this opportunity to express my thanks and appreciation, to first of all, my CEO, Mr. Ashmufare, his entire family, the tech team, and all the staff that are working tirelessly day and night for my future, for my success, my family, my community, and my country as a whole. Thank you very much, and also extend my thanks and appreciation to you all that have been organizing these webinars where we can learn and know what we have in our hands. Thank you very much. And for the topic for tonight, success is not only about money. Yes, I totally agreed, because here I am. Though I don't have it as much, but the little I have, whenever I receive a request from family members for assistance, and you're able to render that assistance, the kind response you receive from them, the way how you feel, it really tells you that, yes, I'm successful, because you're able to answer or respond to those requests that you are receiving from family members. And what about now that I have had on passive that will enable me to do whatever I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it? It will add to my success. Yes. So that's why whoever is fortunate to be part of this blessing should always show his or her appreciation, because there is nothing you can compare. Although for now you can do, but you can't do what you want to do and how you want to do it. But this unpassive will help us to do whatever request you are receiving, or whatever you see that you think you want to solve, you'll be able to solve it. So that's why I'm just so happy. I'm just so appreciative and thankful and honored to be in this noble blessing. And for you all, thank you, and Merry Christmas to everybody that is celebrating Christmas. And thank you all for everything you've done and still doing for us. And God bless you all.
All right. Thank you, bro. God bless you as well. So,
Yeah.
Mark, welcome. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us today.
Merry ho. I'm humbled today to be amongst all you guys. You know, I mean, all of our great leaders that I learned so much from, and you know, I did my first live yesterday or day before yesterday, and you know how it is. You you don't know if you did good or if you did bad or if you said something you shouldn't have said. And I'm like writing Chris and Manu, and I'm like, tell me if I did something wrong. And you know, the reality is just like that other thing I'm into is you can't do anything wrong, really, if you stick to the rules. I mean, stick to your NDA and you can't go wrong. You know, I'm not sure what the topic is because I came in late. It's just been a really busy day. Always is.
Yeah, I can
late.
help, bro. I can help if you like. The topic says success is not just about money, it's about making a difference in people's lives.
Well, you guys have all made a difference in my life. I mean that's
So we're
that's
all
the reality.
successful then.
You know, I mean they even though we were shut down for a year or however long we were shut down, during that time, we just flipped over to Zoom and kept on going and growing. And, you know, now look where we're at now. We're getting ready to launch to the world. You know, none of us have made any money, and we haven't even talked about making money. We've talked about how we can spread the word of love and hope. Love and hope. You know, and that's just like this other program I work. You know, and you know, God, look, I get to be amongst all these beautiful women. You know, and some of the guys are good looking too. But you know, hey, like Collins, good friend. We may never meet, touch hands, we never know, but we become friends through, you know, this. This is what brought us together. This is what will keep us together as long as we stay in the middle of the boat. In the middle of the boat. And if we start sliding and not doing the things that we should be doing, we've got people to help us back to the middle of the boat. Bruce, you've heard all this, I'm sure. You know, but this coincides so much with that. You know, I wish I would have found this whole thing 20 years ago, but Ash wasn't ready. You know, but he came out with it. You know, he got a couple people. Next thing you know, it's 100. Next thing you know, it's 1,000. That's about when I came in. Next thing you know, we're at 1,400,000. And then we get shut down. And none of us still made any money. None of us still talked about the money. There's them ones that, you know, if they're talking about how much Ash owes me, and this, Ash don't owe us nothing. He gave us a year of O Connect for the price of 3 months. You got your monies back a long time ago. You know, so I'm just grateful. Always good to be here. And like I say, I'm humbled to be a part of the Heroes webinar. You know, I mean, you all are my heroes. So good to see you. And you guys have a great Sunday.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Mark, for coming. And of course, I appreciate everybody who has been here today. Powerful opening again, sharing. That was a good one, and it went really well. Great contributions from everybody. So, like I said earlier on, it's not yet, we're not at the end of it yet until Ash says so. And the last time I checked, he said only God can stop it. And I don't see where God wants to stop something that is out to uplift humanity. Who does that? There's no God who does that. So we are still on. We're on and on and on. Engineer Mark is getting ready, physically ready for the greatest shape of his life. So life is beautiful, and things will definitely never be the same again. So if you permit me, I would say we end it here for today, since people are still running up and down to get quick things here and there for Christmas Day. I appreciate you all for coming. Thank you, those who are watching on YouTube, and see you again really soon, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay. Before we leave, if I may say so, I'm going to say a shout out to Keith Merritt, our saxophone and guitarist, who always puts up his happy birthday music in the groups for us. And guess what? The day after tomorrow is Keith's birthday. So happy early birthday.
Happy birthday. I can't do a saxophone, but I hope you have a
Happy
fun
birthday, Brother
one.
Kid.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Happy birthday,
All right.
Brother Kid. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Love you,
all you
everybody.